pleasure.
Every 10,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a $5,000 attachment to you if you want. If you're subscribed, if you're not, do it now. Hit that notification bell so you know when our videos come out, of course, but then also if we're trying to get a hold of you. We'll even ship it to your location for free. Make sure that you subscribe. Back to the video. Hey, it's Eric with Glacier Attachments, glacieratttachments.com, and today we're going to do a quick little video about some hydraulic hose routing for brush cutters on a tractor. Of course, you don't have to mess with this with the skid steer, but if it goes on a tractor, chances are you should not run it off the third function kit, and here's why. Most third function kits have hoses that are between 1/4 inch and 3/8, which is not enough to allow the proper hydraulic flow needed for brush cutters, especially since the valves and the way they're set up is more for intermittent use, like grapples or things like that. You know, you're just opening claws and closing them once in a while. The continuous use for like a brush cutter or an auger, things like that, it's not enough flow, but then it's going to make the fluid get really hot. And of course, that's bad for your hydraulic pump, and nobody likes to replace those. So I'm going to show you how to do it right now. It's not hard. In fact, it's super easy and it's cheap. You might be into a couple $100 to do this. And if you don't have the third function kit already, well, you can run a grapple or any attachment up front. With this, it's not quite as ergonomic. You won't have that button on your lever, which is super nice when you're working out with logs and brush and whatnot, but it does work. Let's check it out. If you got anything to add about this video, leave it in the comments below. We want to hear it, good, bad, or indifferent. We love feedback. So here we are at the back of the tractor. These are auxiliary hydraulic plugs. Now it has two sets of them inside the tractor. These are the levers that operate both. You see, not the one all the way to the left. So the one all the way to the right is blue. One there in the middle is green. And you see it's color coded here. Yours may not be exactly like this. In fact, you may only have one set of plugs, and in that case, you would just have one hydraulic circuit, which is fine. Now, in this particular machine, if you happen to have a New Holland or something like this, the blue one is continuous on both directions, forward and backward. It's continuous. It like locks into place. The green one is not. It's momentary, so you would have to hold it. So you're not going to like that. But regardless, you make up hydraulic lines. Now, these are 1/2 inch, and this machine is only rated for like 8 or 9 GPM, and so 1/2 inch is more than sufficient. So you make up 2 hydraulic lines. There's tons of places that do it, usually like a, well, for sure a hydraulic shop, but even like a automotive parts place, like a Napa or something like that. But run them up underneath the machine, okay? Use zip ties, whatever you need. Get them up through there to near the valve block. Find them here. Okay, here they are. There they are. And just, again, black zip ties. It actually looks pretty clean. And run them all the way up to the front. And you can make a bracket or something if you want. Now, these are a little bit long. We intentionally did that because if a guy is going to get a bigger tractor, it might be a little bit longer. It'll work for both. We looped it right here. You can loop it underneath the tractor in the back somewhere if you want, but here you go. These are ran from the back. We use number 8 or 1/2 inch O-ring boss, but that really doesn't matter. Just whatever couplers you get, make sure when you have those soft lines made up, you tell them which crimp fittings to put on there. Now, one thing to note, these hoses again are 1/2 inch, okay? So if your machine is rated 11, 12, even 13 GPM, 1/2 inch is okay. That's more than fine. Anything north of that, I would go 5/8. I wouldn't mess around. You want free flowing hydraulic fluid. You don't want this stuff getting hot. Now, if a guy has a tractor that's up about 20 or more, which that'd be a pretty big tractor, but then I would go 3/4. Again, you don't want to mess around. Now, as far as the length of the hoses, these are 20 feet. We did want a little extra in case a guy got a bigger tractor. This is a friend's machine. We're just helping him out. So if he ever gets a larger one, he's got, you know, you can take these off and put them on his bigger tractor. But how we measured it was with a rope, actually. I mean, you can try to use some sort of flexible tape measure, but just feed a rope up through there exactly how you want it. Measure that, and then, of course, that's the measurement you would take to your hydraulic shop or parts store. So now this machine is a 40 horse. We're putting a 48-inch cutter on it. It's important that you don't oversize the brush cutter for your machine. GPM is a factor, but the weight is too. Remember, so these cutters, like our 60-inch cutter, weighs, I think it's 760 pounds, but it's not all at the heels. It's 5 foot long. And when you're moving around, lifting up and down, even with loaded tires, it's too big for a 40 horse. If a guy had closer to a 50 horse, then, 48, 49, 50, 60-inch cutter would be fine. Guy who gets closer to 75, 80 horse or above, our 72 HD would be more than sufficient. But remember, don't oversize your brush cutter. And that is it. It's super simple. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Get your brush cutter from Glacier and Storm Attachments today. GlacierAttachments.com or 855-HD-STEEL. Hey, this is Eric with Glacier and Storm Attachments, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this entire video. Now, if you enjoy some of the content that we put out, would you consider subscribing to our channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted when a new one of our videos comes out. Now, if you enjoyed this video in particular, would you hit that like button? It does something with the YouTube algorithm, and all I know is it really helps the channel, so we appreciate this support as well. If you want to see another one of our videos, click over here, and if you want to see yet another one of our videos, would you click over here? We appreciate your time and again the support. God bless.